part to filter out the bullshit that comes from the internet. So this is the last case scenario. If it's all else fails. Remember, a member and supporter only on the rest of the night.
Kill minority.
I'm full. Oh, man. I'm so tired of being full. Yeah. I got a roll. I got a troll.
I don't know what these pro people have like that. I can wait in here.
There's no reason for you to direct her in any way.
I do not
There's some. It looks like chalk was written on the wall up there.
He's asking you if you did, which means he doesn't know if you did or not. So that means that you ain't gotta answer nothing. The fifth is the render of silence. You ain't gotta say nothing to this man. He's trying to incriminate you.
Don't come out here trying to embarrass her and put her on the spot like that. She ain't do nothing.
My freedom of speech, my political freedom of speech.
You just ready. You ready. Look, come on, get your
You got a hero.
Go and go up there and look here since you got your mic on. Raise your hand if you saw anything.
Here we go.
I saw you right here. How can you prove it? How can you prove it? How can you prove it? Where? This is a public area. I don't need to move it. No, I haven't committed a crime. No. She didn't do anything. Fucking pussies!
Step back, guys. Step back. I wasn't here. I don't know, but this isn't a place to work it out. So
What's she under arrest for?
I wasn't here, so I don't know. She's at least a 10. Like I said, I wasn't here, so I'm not sure.
I'm so angry. I'm mad.
That's
I'm
it.
mad.
That was out here.
I'm mad. I'm so mad.
I was not part of the
I'm mad.
Your turn, not a bad. Why'd you be
I'm so mad.
Guys, can you back up? Just like 5 feet, please.
Thank you so much. Please, everybody, back up.
Ask her if she did it. He has no proof.
So things have changed from an hour ago or whatever.
I'm giving y'all the fucking reaction that y'all fucking want. Y'all white people love this shit. I got one, man.
Children out here.
I'm dead. All the time. All the shit you said. I'm so mad.
Where's the chocolate? Yeah, let's go look. So the cop was talking about some chalk. Hey, where? Oh, it's okay. So this is the chalk that caused that. Says Judge Schroeder must go. Yeah, that's it.
Not engage law enforcement because they own that tonight. You just seen it. They own that. Let's show them anything else, some weird stuff. All right? Can we say that? Can we say protect the people? Protect the people. Protect the people. Protect the people. Protect the people. I am the system. I'm reading the system.
Tweet this out. Again, guys, follow me on Twitter for updates. Individual. What does it say? Recall. Judge Schroeder must go. So that's why that person was detained or arrested, taken away.
I should have brought some eggs now.
Trying to find a signal to send this tweet out. It's not going through. Hopefully it does now. Here's an idea of the crowd size now from a distance. So I am posting a clip from that. I'm posting it. Oh, it just did. Or it's about to on Twitter. That whole ordeal. I think it was pretty clear for you guys anyways, but I'm posting a clip to the Twitter page. Things have picked up. I'm going to tweet what the sidewalk chalk says clearly for everybody. How to become a Snack Squad member. There's a link in the description of the video on YouTube. Yep, there's a link, or the mods are commenting the link. Just click that. You might need to copy paste. iPhone's not very, for once, the iPhone isn't very compatible with becoming a member on YouTube. It's much easier for Androids, but you need to just copy paste that link and post it into your Safari. All right, post is up on Twitter. I got that. Post is up, and I'm about to post the courthouse. What's on the courthouse? There we go. I should add that as a thread. I'm muted. I should put that underneath. Huh? Add another tweet. Yep. This is part of the same thing. Here is the side. No, thank you, buddy. Thank you so much, though. All right. I just needed to come across the street so I had enough signal. That's outside of the Kenosha County Courthouse. We have been all night. Seen the crowd grow from 4 people to what it is now. I tweeted it. Just check my Twitter feed. I posted the chalk on the steps. So if you guys want to know what it says, that's just going to be an easier way for me too. I'm gonna use Twitter more often, much more often. Hey, remember when I was saying the news was packing up? No, they're all back inside the. They're all here now again. Spam those reactions on Facebook. Share the stream. Follow the page. Follow Mercado Media on Facebook. If you guys are watching live, I'll show you where you're watching. I'm more than certain somebody's stream sniping me or restreaming my live feed right now. You are watching it on Mercado Media Facebook page. This is who you're watching right now. I am live in Kenosha, Wisconsin, Mercado Media. Come to the source if you're watching through a secondary. Come on over and support the media directly. If you are restreaming and giving credit, thank you for doing so. I obviously can't check that right now, but if you are restreaming me, thank you. Give me credit. If you're not, shame on you. That's all I can say. Honestly. There's not really much else you can do beyond that. If they're putting their own commentary and their own overlays and things and just have my feed a part of their stream, it's what it is. If you're wondering why it's member and supporter only chats, the chat was too toxic. I work too hard for these platforms. I'm not losing them. One thing that can take your stream down faster than the content itself is the chat. If you don't have chat settings or chat features turned on, leave it go unchecked. Your chat can get your stream taken down. That's a fact. All right. And we're also on Snack Squad. 21,000 subscribers on YouTube. You guys are amazing. There we go. New members coming in. Ken, welcome. Who else we got? New members. Oops. Oh, new members. All new members. We got welcome Salvador on Snack Squad. I'll thank you guys while we're here. Who else we got? Welcome Marcus Rice to the YouTube channel. Thank y'all so much. We're live outside the courthouse. in Kenosha, Wisconsin. It's not always like this. Mondays are member and supporter only chat days. So regardless, no matter what the situation is, I deemed Monday the day of the week for chat to be member and supporter only chat, no matter what, all day long. Mondays suck, and that's the one day a week where there usually isn't too much, And the other situation is tonight, the chat gets a little. But yeah, everybody can still watch. Everybody can still hear, watch the stream. You don't have to. I'll never do a supporter only stream like in a situation like this. I'll never make it so that way only supporters or members can watch. I will never do that. It'll always be a public stream, but the chat is an extra problem. So yeah, not all the time, but it can be. That's a perk for becoming a supporter or a member of our platforms.
It's just that one woman placed into this vehicle about 15 minutes ago, and as soon as we know more, we'll update you. We'll find out. My vehicle has to be
Yep, I'm still here. I'm chilling. I'm just trying to stay warm. I'm still here. We're live. Hey, I'm here. Yeah, I got a tripod. It's awesome. I buy new equipment usually every time I can, or upgrade my equipment. But yeah, we're on a tripod right now. I'm just trying to stay warm. I turned on my jacket because it's getting there. It's getting cold. But we're still live outside in front of the courthouse in Kenosha. Yep, you are watching a live feed of it. Comment what you're snacking on in the chat, especially Snack Squad on YouTube. Comment in the chat what you're snacking on while you're watching the live stream. It's calmed down now. There was a section of time there with some chanting and some shouting. The police came in, arrested somebody that wrote. Keep writing signs. They said Judge Schroeder must go. They in sidewalk chalk, so they were arrested for that. The police came in, took them, and left. So that was the event that's happened, and that clip from that is also on my Twitter account. We got apple crisp. Apple crisp sounds amazing. We need to get one. Apple pie. Cinnamon graham crackers with peanut butter. That sounds amazing. Yeah, green hoodie isn't out here. I don't see green hoodie. Yeah, he's been out here all night. Some like apple cider or something. Like warm apple cider sounds amazing. Hot cocoa bomb. No, he's not in the crowd. The crowd's small. The crowd's actually, it got the biggest it was at one point, maybe 20 to 25, and now it's back to slim down. Thank you for the stars, Amanda. Thank you, 50 stars. Thank you. Is this it? Is this all you could muster? Saruman from Westerfrost. Super chat. Is this it? Is this all you could muster? Ginger tea sounds good. Some apple crisp. Oh man, you guys are making me hungry. The crowd's gotten even smaller now yet since that went down. There's Corey Elijah. So things picked up for a minute as I was actually signing off to go take a break. But no breaks. No breaks. Thank you, Brittany. Is cereal a soup? $4.99 question from City Hall Studios. Facebook, what do you think? Is cereal a soup? Please. 1.8 in the chat on YouTube. It's awesome to see again. Haven't seen this many around this many number since everything that happened in Brooklyn Center. Which again, we do have that trial coming up. Trial of Kim Potter, state of Minnesota versus Kim Potter is coming up on November 30th. I'll be providing courtroom feed as well as live stream coverage on the ground in Minneapolis and Brooklyn Center. Any protests, events, happenings around the trial, I will be covering out on the street, and I will also be providing a court feed on Mercado Media and Snack Squad's YouTube channel, so you guys don't have to go anywhere else if you don't want to. Cereal is not a soup, apparently, to the majority. Sorry, City Hall. Like I said, got shot down. Not many people are agreeing with you that, or are thinking that cereal is a soup. Let's go back in. The crowd, I just had my shoulders are killing me from my backpack. Let's go back in. No, not the same crowd. No, not the same crowd from when the stream started.
Carol baskets. Carol baskets. You Carol baskets. Hey, let's just start that right now.
Yeah, because you're gonna have to buy me out today.
Some of you guys are still feeling the verdict, huh? Like I stated, those of us that were here that night we're all ready to close this chapter. That we're all here on the street. So the verdict is out. Got it. Now it's time to move on. We got the next trial. Again, Kim Potter's trial begins on November 30th. We will be providing courtroom coverage, so follow Mercado Media. If you want to watch the court feed of the state of Minnesota, this is Kim Potter.
Thank you so much. This is my friend who you just caught hitting on the police car. I was watching your live stream and came down here for your live stream. So
you're good then.
Thank you so much.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I really appreciate
What
that.
happened? Did they just let you go?
I mean, they didn't. I was in the car that took me, and then they took me in a different car. Wilson. And then they tried on my computer while I was in
But yeah,
I did take a picture of the sidewalk.
on the there.
Sidewalk.
That is what. Actually, I have something that Deputy Wilson said.
Would you like to be on?
I'll do it. I mean,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Make sure. Right. Here we go. All right.
While on the phone outside of the law enforcement vehicle, us being cowards. Now, the sign, the chalk says white supremacy. He was thinking, but Freudian slip there. Deputy Wilson, Kenosha Cops.
Thank you so much for explaining. Of course. All right, so that person that was arrested for the sidewalk chalk is now back out here.
That's what we're. No, you just missed the whole thing.
Yeah, that works. Thank you. I'm good. I'm doing good. I got hand warmers in, so my hands are actually hot. So good. Yeah, real.
No, don't flag moving fucking down because those weak ass water bottles. Don't come in.
So why do you
I don't give a fuck.
So now, why do you feel?
Yeah.
Why do you
No one. No, he's kicking. He might as well get no one. Quit touching me. Seriously. Knock it the fuck off. You got signs? We're not touching your signs. Why are you kicking my flag? I don't give a fuck. We can park somewhere else. I get that you don't give a fuck. Why do you have to? Why do you have to? Get over there. Get over there. Get over there. No. Explain it. Just tell why. All right. It's not stand for. Okay, there you go. Does that mean you get to hurt my property?
He's not hurting shit. He's not hurting shit. Flag is okay. Don't cry.
Hey, Goofy, look at Goofy on hands, man.
Wait, speak up. Okay, listen, he's explaining it. He's explaining it. Would you like to explain that louder?
I don't give a fuck. Exactly. Like I just said, fuck those.
Just listen. He's explaining why.
So, well, he was the one kicking out.
Okay.
Not everybody can articulate that.
Black Lives Matter child. Seeking out the situation where they can put itself in effect. There is a motive behind that. And
Just a rosary
supposed
hat,
to
yeah.
take over the entire U.S. They came here and didn't give them shit. They didn't give them a misdemeanor or nothing. No fucking time when he fucking murdered like 2 people and named a third. Like, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Coming across state lines, that alone would be taken to a higher court. More should be done as far as the system. Stand for that flag. The flag is not living up to what it should be.
So you said, hang on. You said that was.
Do you have the flag? But right now, it's not a symbol of anything good.
You and I talked, right?
Yeah.
So you know where I stand.
Yeah.
Okay. I have my beliefs on the flag. You have your beliefs. Right? Does that give you the right to? Does that give you the right to kick it down?
Take it down.
So if you got a sign up, just listen. If you have a sign up, I don't like it. If I tell you, you're mad.
I don't know why you tripping. You already got one up there. But however, here it's not standing for what majority.
So then, tear that one up.
I mean,
But then we get arrested now.
Wait,
Hold on.
I sure would. I mean, if you
We're
insist.
not even talking about that. Right now, we're talking about this flag, what it represents. This
That's
flag
the same
that you
There's
brought.
no
That's
liberty
what
in
you
I
brought.
didn't
It's
bring
not even a topic of discussion.
I didn't bring it. Someone else brought it.
Why
here.
are you?
You said it's your flag. It's your property. You said it's your flag.
It ain't yours.
The original question: why are you here in front of this courthouse that has been so explicitly biased? Right now, 70% of people in American jails are just too poor to get out. They haven't even been tried as guilty. And we all saw people get murdered in the streets last year. We all saw it. And yet you are here with this flag that is standing in front of this courthouse that has repeatedly, for decades, impacted us in a way that you can never understand unless you sit here and you listen.
People can't pick themselves up.
So I had told it was you and a couple other people here. I just don't appreciate the flag. My uncle served, my dad served, my mom served, my grandparents served. My cousin just died defending the flag. So I appreciate it to not be on the ground. It's really simple to not kick it down.
Okay, but
It's really simple. It's childish to kick it down.
building at this particular moment in time in history.
I
Your
understand
family
that.
fought for is not being protected. The great country
Hang
is
on, you
not
know what
being
my family
protected.
fought for?
My family fought as well.
Listen, you only have the reason to sit here and demonstrate because of what they fought for.
Nobody's trying to stop us.
If we didn't have freedom, you wouldn't be allowed to demonstrate. If you demonstrate in South Korea, they'd come out and gun us all down, right?
Let me talk
So how
Korea.
so
You're
we
gonna
have
act
a
like
lot of
they
freedom.
Pray on minorities for the
We are very
military.
privileged.
The problem
You're gonna act like they don't pray. Those protesters down the street had it. The
What's that?
military.
What's that?
Poor communities that the military doesn't pray on poor communities. They
don't
don't come
I'm not
into
agreeing with
our
everything.
town
I'm not agreeing with everything
recruit
they do.
children with a promise and they get traumatized and don't take care of them.
I don't agree with everything they do. I'm just saying they've defended our freedom, so at least we can do is show them a little
Yes,
bit of
but that flag
respect.
doesn't represent what they say.
Wait.
It's not worth it.
We're out here protesting. We can't do this.
freedom.
We can't do this.
No. This isn't freedom. I mean, let me flip the
You
script
can
for
say whatever
Hear
you
him
want.
out. Hear him out.
Let me flip the script for you. Now,
I want to hear it from your perspective.
Okay,
So let
I
him
do, I
talk.
do.
Damn.
okay, so while we're here, Kyle Rittenhouse with the dick. Now, I'm not one to flip the race card on anything, but we all know what the fuck would have happened if he was black.
And I understand it. I get what you're saying. Hang on. Can I just want to talk to you for a second. I keep saying I'm out here trying to find my truth. I'm not siding with anybody. Okay, I'm not out here holding a sign or anything supporting Kyle Rittenhouse. I don't even think he should have been here. I think that was the stupidest decision he ever made in his life. I don't think anyone has the right to take a human life. I disagree with the death penalty. It's not right. I just to see the flag kicked on the ground and disrespected after knowing my cousin died for it and my whole family risked their lives for it, just makes me angry.
Wait.
Hang on, one at a time. I'm listening.
So my grandfather
Died for money from the government. He didn't get shit from it.
He was in the drug cartels, and if any of you have studied street gangs, you know that most drug activity comes from being marginalized from our school and work system. And when the feds caught my grandfather, they said, you can either go to prison for the rest of your life, or you can go fight in Vietnam. My grandfather is a completely different person when he got back, and I don't understand. I don't know if you understand historically what was going on for Black soldiers at that time. But wait, then my dad went into the Marines to try to live up to those standards. My grandmother was in the Navy, and they both held high position ranks. So for me, I understand. My family served, and my family suffered the way a lot of veterans do. But this flag, right now in Kenosha, is standing for something way beyond that. It's
I definitely understand.
What it stands for is the persistence of white privilege, equality, and ignorance to what is going on right now.
Because
You don't even understand the context of that flag right here in this historical spot, and what it did, and the people that were impacted. People lost their kids. Why are you here at the courthouse?
I'm starting to understand because now I'm here.
So
Go
one
ahead,
thing.
sir.
Did you know that flag was called the old hag at one point? Old hag is Hagar out of Egypt, a black princess out of Egypt who was the mother of Ishmael in the Bible. The woman that designed the American flag was a so-called African American woman and gave it to the government. That's number one that a lot of our people don't know. This flag was referred to as old hag because they got it from the old hag, who was a slave. Now, these 13 stripes, check this out. Open the flag. Let me break it down to you real quick. This is something that nobody really knows about the flags. Check this out. Let me show you.
Hey, you guys learn something real quick.
Check this out. Colors. There are 7 red stripes. Do we know what those red stripes are?
I believe that the red stands for blood, and the white was for.
So the blood was the blood of the Moors who lost the land. This was the land of Morocco at one point. Prior to 1700s, this was the land of Morocco. The European countries that came in to fight the 6 wars were dividing the Moroccan Empire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The original 13 stars, which represented the 13 colonies, were all part of the British Commonwealth system, correct?
Yes.
All right. Now, the Brits were the only country of European descendants that acknowledged that slavery was an injustice, right? Now you're 50 stars. How do you get 50 stars on the flag?
It's from 50 states.
50 states. However, all of those were stolen territories that they conquered in the name of Roman Catholicism.
Yes.
Right. Now, let's go into the Freemasonry piece. Okay. Which the military designed its whole outline on, right? Everything is all that's Freemasonry. That's all Freemasonry. Now, that's a secular system, which we say one nation under God has nothing to do with God. We're talking about government and government only. Okay. Now, when we talk about so-called African Americans in this country, so-called black people in this country, so-called Native Americans, any kind of so-called minority in this country, we're talking about a flag that don't represent us. This flag doesn't represent us. This flag, wait a minute, this flag represents what we call white privilege. Now, remember, before the 16th century, there was no such thing as black or white on the planet. It did not identify people. It was not a race. It was not a creed. It was not a culture. That right there had nothing to do with it. So we know that white supremacy was a social construct of Western society. All right. So when we talk about this flag being some kind of an honorary element to represent the freedom and justice for all, that's not the truth, because the first 10 amendments, which is the Bill of Rights of the United States Constitution, was written while our people were being conquered, enslaved, subjugated, beaten, raped, murdered, and slaughtered, right? So that means that when it says that all men are created free and all men are equal, right? That means that it had nothing to do with so-called African Americans, Negro, black, colored, Native Americans, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, Nicaraguans. Right. So this flag represents colonialism for us. While this flag represents freedom for you. So when you see the people kicking down this flag, it means something different to them than it does to you. Now, we're talking about a history entrenched in murder, bloodshed, and everything else. So every time an injustice like this happens and this flag is erected by the so-called white supremacist structures that throws it in our face, it reminds our people that this flag is not our flag. And so that is causing the disconnect and the divide. But the thing is this, when you talk about white privilege was something that was born out of white supremacy. Remember, the early settlers came over here with European slaves. These European slaves then they came to them and said, okay, because of the color of your skin, we're going to liberate you and make you an indentured servant. So you're going to get paid slave wages, but these people don't get nothing out of the pot. So that created what's called the black and white divide that gave rise to what we call white supremacy. However, while you poor in the same social class, the same social circumstances, going through the same subjugation, eating the same slop, you were still liberated because of your skin color. So now in your mind, subconsciously, you think that that is a superior piece.
Yes.
But the fact of the matter is that we're all in the same boat. Now, wait. Let me finish. I'm finna get it. Wait. I'm not talking about your belief. I'm not talking about you. I'm just pointing at you and I'm using you as a talking stick. Okay? My no disrespect. This is what I'm saying. When we're here and we're saying no justice, no peace, right? Because we never had a chance to have rest in this country. There's never been justice for us, so there's never been peace. Now, when we lay down, like I'm from Chicago, when I lay down in certain areas in Chicago before I end up climbing up the ladder, I had to worry about bullets flying through my room, through my window and stuff like that. But that's not your fault, right? It's not your fault, but it is systemic. It is systemic, right? We're all slaves of the systemic, of the system. Now, anybody born after 1964, after the Civil Rights Movement, anybody born after that is a slave of the 14th Amendment. Why? Because it's the reconstruction of the Constitution. What does that mean? That means that we are all born as persons. And what is a person defined in law? It means that you are chattel property. So that means that whether you believe that you have white privilege or not, you're still property in the eyes of the system. That's why 99% of your wealth is controlled by governments and everything else, and you only get the short end of the stick. Now, you do get some benefits, like you're 150 years ahead of the so-called African American, because economically, you're 150 years ahead. So this is why they create all of these particular regimes to keep you in place and to keep you moving at a steady pace. But everybody out here represents the oppressed voice. Everybody out here represents the oppressed voice.
On either side.
You have privilege to say, okay, my grandfather, your grandfather, or your
family member,
your whole family fought in the war. That's absolutely great. Preserve their freedom, because the people over there that were subjugated by provocateurs that went into their land, those missionaries that went into those, in the name of justice, in the name of freedom, that you're fighting for your country, but you're going over there to perpetuate more injustice, more subjugation, more murder, bloodshed, rape, killing, murder, all those particular things.
What is that reference point?
It's not you.
Okay,
it's not you. I'm talking about systemically.
Because why I'm here is to understand,
right.
and to learn.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not here to like really fall one way or the other. I want to elevate. You know what I mean?
And I appreciate that.
And like, because that's the only way.
Appreciate that.
You know what I mean?
Guess what? I'm gonna tell you something about the European race. I'm gonna give y'all something.
But the history is the history.
Right. History is the history. Well, let me give you a real important history factoid. Guess what? European. You all identify as European, Indo-European, European, some kind of way, right? You're European descendants, correct? Correct? Right? We can agree to that?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now look.
Now, actually, black person, what's their
No. Wait. European is not a nationality. That's a continent. But look.
If you ask me what the box I check, I don't even check one.
No. I'm going to give you an important factoid that's going to open the eyes and knock off the head of white supremacy. Check this out. European, let's go to the etymon, comes from the root word Europa. Europa is a Phoenician goddess. We're talking about an African goddess that the European race is named after. Let's talk about it. This is a fact. Look it up. Europa is the Phoenician goddess. Those are the people that's more common to the people of Noah in the Bible. They were Phoenicians. Those Phoenicians are what you call African people from all the way through the Dravidian core go all the way back to ancient Ethiopia. So Europa, even before it became a continent, before Europe became a continent, it was on the tail end of Africa before they changed the map and put it on top. So that means that you're African descendants as well. So when you talk about white supremacy, it don't exist. It's a figment of our imagination. It's what we call systemically, it's a systemic regime. That's what it is. So at the end of the day, we're fighting against who for what? We're fighting about classism. It's not about racism. Because you look like that, I'm going to tell you why you look like that. Your people came from the Rinaldi tribe of Africa, was driven into the Caucasus Mountain, and you stayed there for 15,000 years, and you became genetically recessive, phenotypical, and you emerged with pale skin, blue eyes, blonde hair, because in Africa, wait a minute, it's nothing wrong with that, because you're African. But listen, let me tell you why. Look. When you're in Africa, the sun is beaming down on you, right? Yeah. The sun is beaming down on you. Oh, wait. I'm breaking down genetics right now. This is not history. This is genetics. Wait. Look. Listen, I'm saying to you, listen, when you are in Africa, right? The sun, we are children of the moon, children of the sun, right? The sun feeds you. So that means that because the heat is trapped in the back of your neck, so that means that the demographic, the climate demographic of that environment is going to make you have kinky hair. So the sun can not make you hyperventilate. Wait, but if you're in a cold climate, you're going to have to protect the back of your neck and trap the heat. That's why you got long and straight hair. Now, the nose that I got is big because I want that air to get into my nose to cool my brain down if I'm under the sun in 115, 20 degrees, right? So my nostrils are big. But if you're in a cold climate, your nostrils are going to shrink and your nose going to get narrow. Your brain going to swell and your head going to get narrow. Now, look, this is why you look the way you look and I look the way I look. That means that we're still African. So at the end of the day, we're the same people. We cannot continue to let these racist regimes come into our environments and divide us classically.
And that's what I mean by elevating.
Absolutely. It's calling together. But wait a minute. We got people that believe because they got blue eyes, right? Let me tell you something about the blue eye. The blue eye came from, right, and don't forget.
You can't blame the blue eye. And I'm not saying that you are. I'm not saying that you are.
I'm not saying stop taking it personal. Stop taking it personal. I just told you that you was me.
We're all the same.
Okay, so when after I told you was me, you know I'm not finna offend myself.
No.
So wait, let me finish. Listen, this is what I'm saying. The blue eye came from genetic recessivism, right? It's a trait that strip the black gene from the biological cord where you only have a brown gene. That's why so-called black people got two genes, black gene and a brown gene. That's why they're dominant when they have children.
We can make
That's why. But because the melanin has been stripped because you had to survive in the Caucasus Mountains. You had to survive in the Caucasus. So your black gene stripped because God wanted you to survive for a particular reason. So that means that you got a reason on this planet. We got a reason on this planet. Why not be peaceful and figure out how we work together to improve the quality of living for all people and not just some? You get what I'm saying? So the
justice to us is injustice to you, and that's why you should be on our side.
That's the thing is you're assuming from the start point that I'm not. You just assumed that I'm not. That's right. I've been doing the listening part of this. I've been doing the listening part of this. You know, and like at the end of the day, it's like I appreciate everything you just said, and I absorbed that. And you know, I might sound like I was personalizing it, and I truly wasn't though. I mean, it may look that way, but I wasn't. But I appreciate everything you said. But at the end of the day, like, where my interest is yes, we have to learn from the history, and it's important to know the facts of the history, like the true history, not what people want you to think or what people want you to tell you that how everything evolved. The real truth, because if you start from a lie, everything is a lie.
Well, you know, the conquerors write the history of the country, so you don't get the real history in school.
So what I'm getting at is like we need to like get to a point where we're just trying to elevate. We can't undo
But we can't
hundreds of
elevate.
years. But we got to find where that common, it could be something real small to where you find a common ground with somebody, and like that mustard seed will grow into whatever you choose to evolve that to with that person.
Okay, so
you know
how
what
do
I
we
mean?
do that though? We elevate through recognizing injustice.
And that's what I'm
just
doing right
because-
now. I'm recognizing everything he said.
Okay.
And you know, and some of the things he said, I did not know.
Yeah, me too.
And you know what I'm saying? But I absorbed it. I absorbed it.
That's actually important.
And I'm gonna do my own research also. Now, I'm not saying that he
Absolutely.
didn't
Do it.
because
That's
why
the important
would you
part.
just take one person's word?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Especially in this day.
Being open.
But
This
that's
is
what
where
I'm
it
saying.
starts.
That's exactly what I'm trying to point out is like you got to have open heart, open mind. Like you can't undo everything that's been done, and like I can't, like I have empathy for everything that's happened to anybody, really, you know, and it's just we got to find where that common ground is, and like sometimes it's just the approach and the conversation, you know, like if you come to a certain point, like I don't mean to point you out, but like you say, I don't understand. You are not on my side. Like that can to a certain person, it's like you're telling me where my starting point's at, and I haven't even spoke.
Okay, respect. I respect you. You called me out on my bullshit. But when we came up here, we were talking to these other two gentlemen.
Oh,
and
I'm
he
not
said-
disputing that. I'm talking
but
right here.
I'm glad that you're listening though. I'm glad that you are.
I can't learn if I don't listen.
But okay, but what I want to say to you right now is that I want to elevate. We all want to elevate with you, right? But we can't go up if we haven't even looked at the wounds that are still impacting us today. Wait. I just want to mention something real quick. The 13th Amendment that freed us, right? It says that unless you are duly convicted of a crime by the state, you cannot be a slave. So that means if you're a criminal, you can be a slave. And I don't know if you know the history of this. Look it up on Netflix. It's called 13th, really easy to remember. And it goes from slavery and to how the system that is holding so many of our people away from families and job opportunities.
See, that's
Wait.
where
Let
the
me finish,
narrative changes
please.
when you call it our people, because he's saying
Wait.
we're all
Okay.
people.
Okay,
So
I'm
then
saying
we got
all right,
it's in
so
the
Miss-
language.
so-
It's in the language.
Okay,
You know
all
what I
right,
mean?
all right. Let me rephrase.
That's where I'm just
Let me
trying
rephrase.
to emphasize.
The people who look like me and have my experience and the black experience, not the African experience, the black experience in this country.
It's
Because
completely
wait. Let me finish, my guy. Because of why did we come to this continent? And then when they decided to change their mind on that decision, the 13th Amendment was put into place so that when black people are criminalized, they can be profited off of. Once the Civil War was over, the Southern economy was completely destroyed. They needed people working in the fields. They had women, and if their hair was out like this, they could be put in jail. If you didn't have proof of employment, you could be put in jail. But why? Just to put them back on the fields. Now, fast forward today, just last year in 2020, I know these numbers are kind of approximating, okay, so don't quote me, but some of the prisoners in New York were making bottles of hand sanitizer and being paid around 60 cents an hour just for the state of New York to turn around and profit, sell it for $6 maybe, right? But the prisoners can't even use the hand sanitizer because it has alcohol. We completely dehumanize, profit off of, put these people in cages and then expect them to come out into the world without any resources. And that system of mass incarceration that comes back from slavery, that is what authorizes police brutality. And when Jacob Blake was shot in the back 7 times after he tried to break up a dispute between 2 people and he walked back to the car to his kids, he was shot in cold blood 7 times. And that is why people were out here, and they died for that. They died for that, and the person who killed them will live to see another day outside of any jail in this state, any prison in the state. And that
was Kenneth.
My response to that would
we
be,
wouldn't be having this conversation.
yes.
my response to that would be though is also how I feel like personally is that this is much bigger than this. This is a huge issue for this community, this town. And this, exactly. Exactly. But
it could have did something.
It could have. But for you,
let's
it
do
didn't,
something.
correct?
Let's
So
do something then.
No, I'm not talking about me.
No, I'm asking you. Ask me a question. I'm asking you for you.
Is this a victory for you?
No, not a victory. There's no one won in this situation.
And get a fucking gun and gun down anybody with an AK-47 that they don't know the power of. To just go out here and play like they're playing fucking cowboy.
But did I say that?
The extent of life, he couldn't even look at the fucking autopsy.
But see, this is where I'm talking about in the language. In the language,
First,
like
Can you try
I
to
know you shoot
listen?
an animal,
Can
but
you
there's
just try
no
to
way I
try
could
it?
dress an animal
Can you try to
because
open your
I
ears
love
up to a
animals,
different
just like I
language?
love
Because I
people.
think our
The only
message is
reason
more
I could ever
important
shoot
than the
someone,
way you're trying
kill
to
someone, or
listen.
kill them
So
with my bare
just try
hands,
to
look
open
at them
your
dead in the eyes when they're dead and gone. Is that anyone was a monster? If they did something monstrous to my sister, I would absolutely rip their eyes out and choke them to death. If I knew that they did something evil, I would kill them and I'd look over their fucking body and admit that.
Okay, whoa.
Right? No, he shot those people like a pussy.
I just
he
want
hid
to
behind
say,
a fucking AK-47 when he can't even legally own that
okay,
gun.
but
Are you fucking
but this
kidding me?
doesn't
But
just
I didn't
this
say
isn't just
nothing
a
about
one-time
that.
thing.
I didn't say nothing about
That
that.
ain't a weapon.
I
That
did
ain't a
that, like
weapon.
that's where I'm saying it's like
That's
the starting points.
That's the personal.
Like I can't go nowhere with that.
But that's not.
I can't go nowhere with that.
So listen. Anger is
Dude,
being
you're not
misdirected,
helping
and you shouldn't be the butt of it.
You're not helping anyone.
But you
You're
kind
playing
of,
I'm not coming off of it.
I love it.
That's a totally person.
Yeah, it was an AR-15 and
Body language.
Still talking.
Let's get somewhere because we have to learn from the history. We have to know the facts. And I appreciate everything you said. And you taught me some stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna check it out. But now we have to also move forward. You know what I mean? Because then we're living in the past too much. But you cannot forget it.
You can't forget it.
Because
you see evil. Wise man once said, if you see evil, forget it not, but don't be slack and forgive me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I appreciate the fact that you come to us with a sincere heart, and you come in with an open mind. Nobody out here can ask more than you. Nobody. You know what I mean? The majority of the people out here,
I'm not asking
because everybody can feel your spirit and feel your energy. You know what I mean? And your son behind you. You know, everybody can feel your heart and feel your energy. It's not everybody. Absolutely, man. Matter of fact, give me a hug, brother. Absolutely, man. You too, man. Sure, brother. Sure, man.
And I just think that, like, sometimes you can just simplify something. Like, and I think a lot of it has to do with approach and language. And I'm not here to tell nobody that their history
about 80%. Let me give you an important fact. About 90% of the people in Harvard don't have the ability, they don't have the social skills that the people in, right. But the thing is that they don't have social skills. So communication is not like the grade A quality that you're not getting. So when they're angry, they say other FETs, etc. That is lack of the ability to properly express yourself. Right. So if that's all they know, because when you're angry, all you're doing in the household is yelling and screaming at your mama, what make you think they're not gonna yell?
And then it's like I said, like how you go anywhere with that thing.
Come at it.
I'm saying like people's anger is valid. It is valid until the sun comes up and down. You know what I mean? And it is unfortunate. This is not.
It's getting too cramped for me. All right.
I don't think so.
So that's some dialogue there, some conversation. It's hard to hear now. People are talking now. It was dead quiet for a while.
Hey, don't be recording with us.
Hey, stop. Yeah, we're shuffling. Thank you. Got the coffee hookup. Shout out Kenosha residents. Oh yeah, thank you so much. I'll show you guys. I'll back out. Come on. This is about the size of the crowd now out here. This is live in Kenosha, Wisconsin, outside the Kenosha County Courthouse. Still reaction from the verdict earlier today. Sounds good. Perfect.
I hate being because I know what it feels like to end up. That's why
We're all about to leave.
You told your buddies she called us white supremacists.
This is the crowd size left out here. The courthouse steps. Comment where you're tuning in from. Comment what city, what state, what country. I'm watching Kenosha County, Kenosha, Wisconsin, inside the courthouse. Yeah, when he comes out of there. Bloomington, Minnesota. Oh yeah.
Oh, they're like leaving.
Like, in the day, we still got to find ways to get past it. Because we're all together.
But we cannot move forward if we are still neglecting pain from our past, and that's the problem. We all want to elevate, my guy. That's what I'm saying. But how can we elevate where every day when we wake up, we know that we abide by a flag, we have to sit up and do the Pledge of Allegiance to a flag that when we stand up for our rights, people get murdered and they walk free.
To answer that direct question,
you have to try to understand, but it's not just that. That's just one thing. we have 400 plus years
We
of
all
things
have a duty to work this
that
out
you
together.
need to acknowledge first. If you were acknowledging the pain of what happened, then we could elevate. But until we all do that, any color, whoever it is, until we recognize our pain, we can't move forward, we can't elevate. It's not going to happen. And especially when we have different meanings for symbols and we sit here and we just want to scream about it. That's not going to work. I'm glad you guys came out here to say something. But what I'm hoping you're going to take away is that flag standing in front of this courthouse just created such an injustice that tells us that Black lives, brown lives, outspoken lives do not matter. And that is why that flag is affecting us and impacting us. And I hope that.
And I'm sad for you feeling that way. You might not believe that, but I truly I am feeling what you're saying. I might not show expressively, like, but like
to understand it though, you have to. It can't just.
No, I have to educate myself.
Yeah, we gotta.
I have to go home and do my due diligence.
Is listening to people who are trying to tell you what this is, even if it's not in a way that you are used to hearing.
Right.
Because there is a lot of emotion behind. Where's my sister? Hey, right here. There is emotion when you go into conversations, right? Because that's what makes it meaningful.
Right.
We're not
But
always
there got to be two ways, right?
Yes. We're not always going to speak in a language that you're used to hearing because you were groomed by an educational system that's used to being nice to your ears.
I wouldn't consider this say I'm groomed. I would say it's like it's just the way I approach it.
It's okay, but you have to be open to hearing it in a way that might be uncomfortable for you.
Oh, there's nothing comfortable about any of this. I would think, like so. But that's where the learning happens,
right?
Like, and that's why I meant like this is bigger than today. This is next week, next month, next year. It can't stop.
Right.
Exactly.
And we have to keep learning.
And that relies on you guys. To talk to other people when you see them flying the American flag, be like, hey, I understand why you're supporting it and I'm with you, but when you're at these events, try and be respective of the space that you're in. And you have the knowledge of why that makes sense now because we are able to have this conversation. You have that knowledge. And your ability to talk to other people that will listen to you is something that we don't have.
We don't have that privilege.
We can't just
They'll
walk into those spaces.
Before they listen to us, and that's huge.
And that doesn't mean go up to everybody and be like, hey, do you know why the American flag sucks?
No,
that's
you're
not what we're
telling
saying
me
at
to
all.
just go carry your personal message to every single person I see.
No.
It's just that you're giving me another way to look at somebody else's shoes, eyes, because my life is not the same way your life.
Come on, we can never experience what you've been through.
I've seen.
Well, we try to
racism
understand. That's what I'm trying to understand by listening. I can never experience it, but I'm trying.
Don't understand.
I can
why
empathize.
Thank you.
People need to label and so the whole part just you call someone an inmate.
But wait, pause. But every single box on student loans, housing, job employment, this, that, and the other thing, there is that question: are you a felon? And that's why we have labels. That's why we have to say white, black, this, that, because then if we don't see that. If we don't see that, we don't recognize these patterns. And again, if we can't address it, we can't go forward. That's why there's these labels. That's why we have to say it in a way that might be weird, but that is part of you opening up your perspective to what is going on here. I don't know what your original. When I first came up to this dude, he was like something about I support Kyle. I don't know why you guys came out here specifically tonight, but I hope that when you leave, it's a little bit different.
Oh, it already is. It already is.
Okay.
And I'm appreciative because I didn't even expect to learn as much as I already did. And I appreciate that. I appreciate you folks, and I appreciate that because that's just your drive and your desire to want to get to a different point with one person and two people. It's just bigger than this. It is so much bigger than this.
I really think the community that's here that has taken the time to listen to this conversation and learn something from it, well, thank you guys for reacting with empathy and with understanding rather than anger. And I really do hope that you guys go away from here with like that want to see the world from a different perspective.
Yeah.
Even if it's a
Am
little
I wrong
uncomfortable,
for,
right?
for in your eyes, would I be wrong if I say like I love my country, but I'm disappointed in a lot of its systems?
That's where most of us are
And I
at.
think
That's where
a lot
majority of us are at.
are at. And so
And
I love my
there's so
country,
many
so therefore
There's just there's
this
shit we need to
represents
change.
me a little bit different than where your starting point was.
Yeah, and I get that. My mom, I'm a biracial woman. My mother is white. Her favorite holiday is the 4th of July. I think it's kind of weird because we live in two different shoes. But she says to me, Hannah, I don't like either side of the government. I like this flag because we get to decide what it is.
Yeah,
but that only starts if
exactly,
we start
yeah.
working together. Because if not, they're just playing us. We're just
And that's what I
games.
mean by elevating,
So
is working together and to
yeah, and I like that. You can bring the flag out here, but maybe we can all decide on what it means, and it could be descriptive and normative. What does it mean right
Can
now,
we spray
and what,
paint BLM
and
on
what
the
should it be? What should it be? The normative, right? What
My-
should
my
it
answer
be? We
to
can
that
change
is
it, and we can come to a
maybe
common
not
standing.
this flag if it belongs to him. If you want to get your own flag and do that, there was nothing I would, if that's how you feel and want to do.
Yeah, perfect. So then, how do you feel? So
But
how do you feel
what I'm
right
saying
now? I
is
guess
like
is
when
my
you get
question
personal,
then.
if like this is his flag, I think
You
where he
shouldn't
was
just-
getting at,
You don't want to mess with anyone's problem.
that's where I was getting
No
at.
one's talking about property. We're just asking. So now that we've shared our vision and we've kind of come to some common ground, what does that flag mean to you now? Is what I'm trying to say. It doesn't have to be this or that. What is it to you right now in this context?
It represents a lot of different things to me. It represents I love my country. I'm disappointed in a lot of systems. I think there's a lot of unfairness, and I think we need order, we need structure, but we don't need to be controlled. We don't need to be told what to do. You call it freedom, but like there's not like a whole lot of people that actually feel that free. You know what I mean? And that is a personal journey too. You know what I mean? Like it's really hard when you have like 20, 30 years and like if you fail to like had interest in history or somebody else's background and you just want to stay in your own lane your whole life, then it's hard to like change that person's mind. You may not be able to. So you got to move on to people that are first open-hearted and accepting to listen to you. Then you build up your strength, you build up your numbers, you build up. We're all on the same boat, and then people will see like, well, man, if everybody's telling me I'm doing something wrong, maybe I should check myself.
Exactly.
And maybe I need to check myself. Am I doing something wrong? No, I'm not admitting to saying that I am, but if I got 100 people saying you might need to check this out, I think it would be not smart to check that out. I hope I'm communicating it to you in a way that you're grabbing it, because like I feel for a lot of the history that was just completely like malice and brutal and like, and I can't change that, like
No one's asking.
right,
you
but
we're just asking you not to enforce it while
right,
it's here right now.
like
And
you
how
don't want to
those
keep
systems-
encouraging bad behavior,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
And
or
so when
dumb
those-
decisions or
Right.
like
But when those brutal systems from the past still play out today, and we have from the Jacob Blake shootings to the Kyle Rittenhouse shooting to right here, right now, and you guys came out here and said we support Kyle after. I mean, do we understand?
See, so that's where it gets mixed up because I didn't say that. And now you see how you kicked that out. And I didn't even say that. I'm saying like, no. They're gonna do it. Yeah, I'm not blaming you.
Hey, I'm still gonna stand here and say you came out and said you support.
I
He just killed people and walked free. Okay. Then I'm
But
not
I
talking
might
to
do.
you. Then I'm not talking to you. Let me talk to somebody else. When you came out here, you said you support Kyle. I wasn't out here for that long, but I did talk to you. So, how would you, in a context where people, I mean, it's not even about race, because it's like, to say that after the last devastation between police brutality and then this system that authorizes it. And by the way, the officer, I don't know if you guys know this, but the officer who shot Jacob Blake 7 times in the back, he's back on the force.
Yeah, I'm aware of what happens in my community.
Okay, you should understand why coming out here and saying you support Kyle is really damaging for us, because Kyle represents a white man walking protesting after he just killed someone in your community.
Right, and like
That's not right. It doesn't matter black or white. That's not right.
No, it's not.
That's injustice.
But what I'm trying to explain to you is like, I feel like what I hear you saying to me is saying that I'm here in support of Kyle.
I'm talking to this brother right
Oh,
here.
well, you were looking at it, so
Okay.
I didn't know.
Okay, well, I'm still talking to this.
Okay.
You did not finish our conversation. So, after all of that, why did you come here today and say that? I don't want to sound like I'm attacking you. I want us to try to work something out. Okay.
I mean, the reason I support Kyle is because I do think it's self-defense. Okay. Do I think he should have walked off free? No. I do believe he should at least been charged with at least like a, I don't know, disorderly conduct, maybe some disorderly conduct of some sort. I'm not trying to say yes, he walked out free. Good for him, you know.
Okay. No, I hear you.
But I would like
but
to
how do you support him still though? Because you still understand that he did something wrong.
Yeah, correct.
And I respect self-defense. Do you know the Trayvon Martin case?
Yeah.
He was perpetrated by a neighborhood watchman, and he said that he felt threatened even though he followed Trayvon Martin throughout the neighborhood. And the question is that we ask this American flag is, why does George Zimmerman get to use self-defense when he's perpetrating someone, but not Trayvon Martin? Why can't he have the right to stand his ground? And I'm going to apply that to right now. Kyle Rittenhouse said that he was, in a way, standing his ground. If you want to use the law that they have down there. And no one seems to recognize the people who also had a right to stand their ground, who weren't the ones walking around with AR-15s in your community, right? That should be, I believe in self-defense, and if you believe in self-defense, I believe in the right to bear arms, and I think that when people are killing people, they need to be stopped. And if they try with a skateboard, with a pistol, or with their bare hands with their little work bag, they all were trying to act in self-defense. And so for someone to kill them and walk away free, that is not right. And it shouldn't be right for you guys either, because y'all live here. This is your streets too, right?
Yes. And
what do you think?
My personal reason come to understand.
Because he has a game. My dad goes there right now. But I was supposed to drive up there, but I was like,
All right, y'all comment where you're tuning in from.
I agree, but right there.
Yo, this is the warmer section right here. Anybody need to get warm right here, kids. I want to jump in for a second.
Comment where you're tuning in from. You're watching live right outside the Kenosha County Courthouse in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Maybe.
Yeah, we are also live on YouTube as well at this time.
Oh.
North Carolina in the chat.
It could have been anything.
Warmer station.
More dialogue being had.
I'm not gonna sit in the van.
You already called that man big.
Infrastructure, criminal and so we tap into the community. We have businesses all over Wisconsin. Go to a meeting and learn something. That's how we're all trying to come open the literally everybody. It's everybody. We all have to let's get together and try to educate the community.
One more time where we can find it.
It's litwi.wisconsin.org.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank
Seriously,
you.
guys. It's
And
really been
hey,
inspirational watching all of
you
this.
guys should look up my TED Talk. It's called Healing Us, Healing America. It'll be good. Maybe just take a mental note. It should be out soon. But
Sweet.
yeah, cool.
Hey,
Thank you guys.
thank you so much.
No problem. I learned lots of shit.
Thanks for speaking up.
Hey guys, thanks for getting that comment. That was great to meet
These are my new friends. Hi. That's Carly.
Both of us are incredibly passionate about just like conversation.
Hey, sir, real quick, what's your name for me, real fast? Director, Minister.
Everywhere we've been around the country.
Khalif
Muhabel.
Okay. What is your platform, sir? Do you have like a social media people can?
Yep. Kenosha Core.
Kenosha Core.
Yep. All of our platforms are right here.
There's all of his platforms. Everyone's trying to learn some more information. So take a screenshot this. Just take a screenshot, y'all. Just screenshot it if you're looking for more information. Thank you so much.
That's me. You can look me up on Facebook individually.
There you go. If you want to look them up on Facebook, screenshot that. All right. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
That's why.
All right. That's his information. Those that wanted it.
I know.
There is still a trailer, but the tents are. I mean, I think there's like one tent that still hasn't been fully taken down yet. But all the media that was in the park are either in bed for the night or they're packed up and they're gone now. I'm doing well, just tired, cold, but I got hand warmers and stuff, so it's fine now. Got a heated jacket. Yeah, all that. The drummer went home. There's this crowd here. I'll go take a wide angle. This is it. I mean, there's media here now. There's media in between, but this is about it for the size of the crowd. Hey there.
Some words it comes out.
Like the video, guys. Spam those reactions. Share the stream if you haven't. Like the video on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and you're following the page if you want to be able to comment.
These guys are folding the flag.
They're folding. They choose to destroy it.
The person whose personal property it is can burn it, but don't burn that flag in front of his car. Unless it's still not going down.
Possession is 9 times the law.
Go.
Just carry it.
Yeah.
Put it in your book bag.
I need how much for the car to drop. I got weighted blanket.
Raise your hand if you say Black Lives Matter. They don't say it.
Everybody knows this. You have to go.
That's own.
Hello. Sorry. Can I ask y'all some questions before you head out?
Yeah.
Hey, well, let's go.
I think I have been able to start yelling.
What are you guys snacking on? What time is it?
What they say? No justice! No
It's 10:46 p.m. Central Time.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! Let's get this shit. Come on. They're a little too biased either way.
Not quite sure the police presence is for. Maybe for this car that's sitting here.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No peace! No peace!
When do we want it?
Police came through to have that vehicle moved. Thank you so much. Awesome. Been live for 5 hours, dude. It's like a court feed. Live for 5 hours.
Let's just give it a Let's do.
Consider becoming a supporter of the Facebook page or a member of the YouTube channel. Thank you all that are supporters and members of the platforms.
Can I ask you before you go about your thoughts on
In Minneapolis, yes. Yep, I got I'll be back in Minneapolis tomorrow. There's like a 2 p.m. protest or something in Minneapolis, so I plan to be back before then. There they go, the crowd that was here first, out here. They're leaving. Crowd really thinned out in front of the steps, but they walk down the street.
So I've been to a lot of cities, LA, Detroit, New York, Chicago. What about California? Would you think they need to work with Where's your evidence of that he wanted to kill people? Where's your evidence that he wanted to kill people? Because the trial, I did watch the trial. The trial said that he was innocent. Okay, so he doesn't want to talk about it. I mean, so we know that they were innocent.
Hey, find your evidence and I'll show you mine.
She wants me to show, but she can't show me because she knows about evidence. She can't show me how Rittenhouse wanted to kill
Your
people.
ancestors
We say that
pointed.
he wanted to kill people, which is not true. So I just asked a question. I'm not arguing. I just asked you the simple question. I mean,
I don't want to answer it, so I'm walking away now. Thank you.
all I know is,
Have a good
as
night.
of today, as of right
Have
now,
a good
God
night.
Rittenhouse is free. He's at home where he should be.
Okay.
He shouldn't be at
Well,
home.
have a
He
good
should
night.
be at home.
And so should you. You should be
As a black man in this nation, justice was done. I can say that. Justice was done. As a black man in this nation, I can say justice was done.
Okay.
100%. 100%. And I'm not gonna allow, especially white liberals, to try to take the right from me
And I'm not
to have my
white. I'm
defense.
not white and I'm not a liberal.
I'm not gonna allow that to happen. No white liberal's gonna try to take the right from me to defend myself. See, white liberals, that's what they always want to do. They always find some kind of way to make it to where black people can't protect themselves. They always act like they know what's best for black people. You see that constantly happening. It's constantly happening. But I'm thankful that I get to be able to protect myself, just like everybody else. You should be able to protect yourself.
Free? Why do you think he deserves to go
Because
home?
it was self-defense.
No, it was not self-defense.
There's a guy
I
with a
saw it.
paper
It was
bag
100%
running at him. What are you
self-defense.
defending against? A
It was
paper bag?
self-defense.
A 17-year-old has
Hang on.
You want to get a broken nose or a broken leg?
How do you? Okay, so look. Have you ever been in the hood? You ever been in the hood? You ever been in the hood? I've seen white boys walk down through the hood and they don't come out alive. And they weren't even provoking anybody.
You was out there, brother?
I've seen that multiple times.
Hey, girl.
I've seen it multiple times. I'm sorry.
Was you out there?
They were peacefully protesting.
Who was?
Huh?
He was right next to him.
Okay.
So I'm asking you a question.
He walked with the gun.
The first guy he killed, why he killed him?
His mama dropped
Because
him
they were
off.
chasing him.
No, it was. That was after he shot the first guy.
No, they shot.
Are you
the
telling me
mob
something
was
that I was
chasing
there for? No, that's
Well,
not true.
according when you looking at the
I'm telling
video,
you, brother, I
before the
was
first
right
guy
there.
was shot.
He was on the ground, brother. He was on the ground, brother. You can't tell us nothing different.
So why did he shoot the first guy?
He shot the first guy for no reason.
The
How do
guy
you
was
know
holding-
that?
He had a garbage bag in his hand.
He had a garbage bag in his hand. He thought
So
he was
how
going
do
to
you know
go
it's for
kill.
no
He thought he
reason?
was going to go blow up some property or something.
So I'm
He
supposed to
wasn't.
just take your word that you were there and you said it's for no reason.
I mean, you can watch the
You see how it goes.
We're supposed to take your word when you wasn't there.
No, spit that shit.
You said self-defense. You wasn't even on the
5
ground.
counts.
brother.
5 counts. Not guilty. I think
because-
I think a lot of people already agree to that.
Systemically,
5 people already agree to that.
That was a
Okay,
junior
what
history.
organization you with, brother?
Freelance,
You were freelance? What is freelance about? What's your mission?
showing the truth.
That's the mission statement?
That's the truth. Showing the truth. Exposing the truth.
Okay. So let me ask you this question.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Your job is to show the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. So what is your concept of truth? Is that subjective or is it objective?
There's only one truth.
It's only one truth.
There's only one truth. 2 plus 2 will equal 4. No matter how much you want to try to change it. There's only one man. There's only woman. Man and woman. You can't make up extra. I mean, no, we're talking about truth. That's not subjective. There's only man and woman.
But
Satan has set in to try to convince us that you can have more than a man and more than a woman.
Right, we don't want to go into religious dialogue, but listen, this is my question.
Okay.
You said that you speak the truth.
What the fuck is self-defense when there's nothing to defend?
Okay.
He was not in harm's way.
Truth is axiomatic, right? It's absolute, right? It's absolute, right? So how is it possible that you can take a stand on something that you are not 100% sure about?
I love the conversation. I love when we have civil conversations. You know, the biggest problem that we have in this right now is people don't have civil conversations.
But we just had a lot of civil conversations, civil dialogue here. We've been having it for the last 3-4 days.
I'm just
even
saying.
with the Proud Boys
I'm just saying. There's a lot of people.
and things of that
Yeah,
nature, right?
and I'm just saying. There's a lot of people that don't want to because people just angry.
Right.
But instead of just being angry, people should just try to listen.
But
and that's why I'm you talking, I'm listening, right?
Well, it's kind of hard to tell somebody if you're cut, don't focus on the pain that you're feeling, but just focus on what I'm saying. It's difficult to do that. You know, so I understand the frustrations of the people. I understand the reaction and the response. All of those things are valid. We can't oppress or suppress people's rights to be, you know, emotional and things of that nature. So I'm not with that part. But what I am with is that the medic that got shot was one of my medics. Okay. The people that were on the ground were our people from Milwaukee.
Let me ask you: Did you testify?
I'm not going to do all that. But I mean, that's not my job.
No. So during the case,
actually, one of our people.
You never. When you had all this information, you were there firsthand, and you didn't.
Wait, let me finish. Our people, one of our people in our organization was subpoenaed. He was right there. He got a phone call and told him, what did they tell him? They don't need him no more. He's an eyewitness, right?
They need the gun.
Right. And as a matter of fact, the first person that actually shot wasn't Kyle. It was another shooter that shot first. And then Kyle responded and killed the innocent person.
Well, that's subjective. That is subjective.
These are facts.
That is subjective.
You wasn't there.
But that's still subjective.
No, you're saying that I'm telling you something.
But you're telling me what's in his heart. You have no idea what's in his heart. What's in his heart? What's in his mind?
The first guy for no reason.
But you don't know that.
With no gun, no weapon, or nothing. So let me ask you a question.
That's subjective. You're telling me what's in his mind.
Let me ask you a question.
That's what you're doing now.
So listen, a dialogue, right? You said that you like a peaceful dialogue, right? right? But you're being very confrontational.
No, I'm not being confrontation. You don't like my response.
Are you media?
The issue is. Hold on. The issue is you don't like my response.
I never said I didn't like your response.
That's what you're saying. You're saying I'm being confrontational.
It's not accurate. Your response is not accurate.
I'm not giving you the response that you want.
No, you're not giving me an accurate response.
I'm not giving you the response you want. No, that's what it is.
Your opinion.
Just because, it is a thing, just like yours. If I don't give you the response you want, if you don't give me the response I want, I can't sit there and say, well, you're being confrontational. Now you're being confrontational.
I'm not being confrontational.
You're not giving me the response I want.
I don't need the response.
That's exactly what you're saying.
That's childish. Listen, brother. This is my point. This is my point. You have a stance out here. You're taking a stance without facts.
I'm taking a stance without facts.
Without facts. You're taking a stance without facts, but then you promote that you're telling the truth.
No, I'm speaking the truth.
That's a misappropriation, but you're giving a misappropriation of the truth. It's a misappropriation.
Because you have something in the that you want to put. Okay, let me ask you because
I'm nonpartisan. I'm not on either side.
Because I was asking the young lady before she left. This case with him being set free, what does that have to do with black people? Are you saying because the 3 white guys? Let me let you answer. What does it have to do with black people?
A question that I've been asked about 1,000 times today. Okay. Number one, I don't identify with black. That's not my, but that's my ideology. But in any event, the fact that that brother Gage was one of the medics for our caravan protests. Anthony and JoJo were all part of our caravan protests. We have a variation of different kind of race, creed, cultures that protest and march with us.
Okay.
In our minds, that's a family member.
Okay.
That was lost. So
okay.
The people responding to the injustice of Jacob Blake. Kyle was out here because of the uprising about Jacob Blake.
Not the rioting, the looting, none of that had anything to do with it.
We're talking about life over property right now.
People's businesses being destroyed.
Let's stay on track, my brother.
I mean, no, you're talking about the reason why he was here.
Right, I'm talking about life over property.
But I'm not saying let's get it all out there then. The reason why he was here because he was helped to protect people's business, people's property.
Let's keep it in perspective.
No,
it's not possible for a 17-year-old to have to have that degree of intelligence to come out here to believe that he can protect property. Number one, he wasn't supposed to have a firearm. He's underage.
Really? What's the age? What's the age here in Kenosha?
What's the age here in Kenosha? 21.
16 actually. 16 for a long barrel. I actually looked it up.
He had a license?
16. No, you have
that's only when you're hunting. It's a hunting rifle. What did he have?
AR-15. That's a hunting rifle. You can use the hunting rifle.
And he had a license. Yeah, he had a license.
You don't have to have a license for open carry for AR-15.
A 17-year-old.
Yeah, age of 16.
From
16
Illinois.
And up. 16 and up.
From Illinois.
United States of America. See,
once he crossed those state lines.
But now we're concerned about borders. See, that's the issue. A lot of people on the left, they're not concerned about borders when we have people coming from the southern border. My man Anthony Aguado, he's there every night. There's no issue about that. But when we talk about him crossing the state line,
wait.
The whole thing is this is the whole thing is this is part of the United States of America. The U.S. Constitution doesn't stop at the border. The U.S. Constitution goes across the entire land of the United States of America. So if he decided to cross border after border after border, he should be able to. That's it. Us telling people where they can and can't go and how they are able to travel is against the U.S. Constitution.
Wait a minute. So you're all for it. So you're telling me that you're for a person gunning down people that don't. Wait a minute.
That's for us.
Yeah, actually, irrespective of what it is. You're gonna let me talk, and I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen.
Tacos for everybody. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
I'll talk. Let me ask you a question. Okay, let me ask you some questions. Okay.
You're not letting me respond to the question.
He shoot these three white males, and you say that they're family.
You said that they're one person. You said he didn't shoot people.
He shot these 3 white males, and you said that they were family.
You said they're not people.
And if they were going to just shoot, if he was just here just to shoot general people, why didn't he shoot any black people that night?
Because they weren't in his vicinity.
Seriously? So what about the video where the black dude jumped and kicked him in the head?
That was after he did what he did.
Oh, so he shot and
He
missed.
shot and missed when
He shot and missed.
Yeah.
When the black dude dropped, kicked him in the head.
He shot and
Missed
missed.
that guy.
Well, you know, lucky for him. If you drop kick someone you in the head, are
Stop
you
talking
gonna
to me.
you gonna
Talk to
handle
me,
him?
bro.
Wait,
I mean,
wait,
think
wait,
about
wait.
it.
So
Think about it.
So
When someone drop
so
kick him in the head,
here's
you're
the
gonna be
thing.
upset
The
about it too.
irony in this is really important for us to get. I'm just really, so the irony here is that you're saying that Cobb came across the border to protect property but not life, right? That's what you're saying, correct? But ended up taking a life when there was nobody vandalizing property. The people that he killed had nothing to do with vandalizing property. I wasn't doing that.
How do you know that? They were already talking about he was burning stuff. They were, what was it Rosenberg? Saying instead of dumpster fire?
I thought there was a bunch of cars on fire.
Those cars, the tires were on fire?
That fire was pitiful. He didn't do
These
shit.
people were not the
So it's
ones that
okay.
did
It was pitiful. He
It was
was coming
okay.
to extinguish that
It's
fire.
okay.
Coming to kill people.
The fire's
dude.
okay.
These
Yes.
Destroying people
these
property.
were not the people responsible for that. He didn't kill the people that were responsible.
Did y'all get a doggy and taco?
How was that justifiable?
He killed the people that were attacking him.
No, he didn't.
So you say he randomly killed people?
He did. The first person he killed was very unjustified.
I don't know. It's all on video.
It's all on
serious.
video.
Watch the video then, dude.
The video, you can see the mob is chasing him. And I do really appreciate you, sir, having this conversation with me. I really do. I really do. But you can see in the video, the mob was chasing before the first fire.
The mob
first
was
shot.
chasing you?
Yeah, the mob.
After he did what? What did he do?
When he was running away, a lot of them saying they were chasing him because they wanted to disarm
These are
him.
not true. Yeah.
They wanted to disarm him.
Here's
No,
the
this is
thing.
before that. Before that.
I mean, if it's not truth, how come there was nothing that got presented from the prosecutor?
Talking about the criminal justice system in America, man, that is no proof for nothing.
But I've heard, because you yourself also said, so much, with all due respect, you said that you didn't want to get involved in that. And there's been other people said that they didn't want to get involved.
Well, my people that were actually supposed to be involved were called by prosecutors telling them that they didn't need protection. It took a bus.
Yeah. And I think there were some people also from the DA that were also recalled and said that they weren't needed as well. Or not from the DA, but the defense. So it probably went both ways regarding that.
I don't know. I wasn't intimately involved in the.
But I also heard other people say that they didn't want to come forward.
Right. Get your ass out. Tacos, officer, tacos. It's gonna be a long night. Get your tacos right here.
Shout out to the chat that got the tacos delivered.
Oh yeah, tacos, tacos. I don't want a taco. I just want to say thank you. Oh, no problem, no problem.
The crowd is diminished.
A criminal defendant received 6 parental restraints. I've never seen that.
Can I ask? Can you give us an example of one of the things the judge did? Sorry. Give us one example.
Well, number one, the judge did away with the gun charges.
Since it wasn't illegal.
He did away with the gun charges. But I'm giving you my response.
Okay.
And he also said that the people that were killed were rioters and looters, and that they weren't considered to be victims. So once you take those two things out of the equation, what is the jury really deliberating about?
So there was no rioting that night?
These people were not there rioting.
There's video of I don't know which one. I think the first guy, Rosenbaum, calling people or saying to him,
burn it down.
So
why is that okay with white people?
Wait.
No, hold on. I'm not done yet. Let me finish, please. Why is it okay for white people to say the N-word if they're associated with one party or one group versus another? Because if other people, like say you guys say the militia was here, if the militia was here and they were saying N-word, they'd be considered racist. But other white people can say the N-word.
I don't agree with any of it on any part.
But
I don't say the N-word.
But the people who do say the N-word line up.
That's irrelevant. What's relevant is that's irrelevant. It is. It is. Because we're talking about life and death here. But I do want to say this: if somebody called you the N-word, I'm gonna pull out my gun and shoot him.
I'm not saying
that's
that.
a threat.
I'm not
You
saying
be classified as a threat. So let me ask you this question.
The words don't bother me.
What?
I'm just
No.
considering-
Let me ask you this question. You, my brother.
Okay.
What constitutes self-defense in the state of Wisconsin? What does that law read?
As far as the state of Wisconsin, I don't know. Educate me.
Oh, okay. So
educate me.
That means that you have to apply the equal amount of force only to the degree to subdue an attack. Only to the degree to subdue an attack. So that means that excessive force, especially morphing into death, which in this case we're talking about a homicide, is completely illegal. The self-defense law does not protect that. They stretch that law to the maximum degree. So that means that the people, wait a minute. Now I can see if JoJo or Anthony had guns, pointed at Kyle.
One of them did have
Kyle,
a gun.
Pointed at Kyle because he had a gun, which is legal in this state. You just said that.
But one of them had a gun.
Wait a minute.
A handgun.
Did he point it at?
Yes. He even admitted. He
admitted.
Gage. He admitted it.
To my Gage.
He admitted it.
He wasn't
the
killed.
stand.
He wasn't killed.
But you.
I'm talking about the two people
that
he murdered.
Okay, but
neither of them had guns.
Okay. So let me ask you. So are
how
you
is Kyle
suggesting?
justified? Wait a minute. Whoa.
Are you suggesting?
You're not responding to my question.
Are you suggesting that a skateboard can't kill somebody?
Absolutely not in the face of an AR-15, brother.
You're telling me
serious?
that someone hitting you over the head
You're a
can't kill you
provocateur,
with
man. I realize what you are. You're a provocateur, brother.
Are you?
You're most
really
definitely
serious?
a provocateur.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you are. You're working for
serious?
somebody.
No,
Who you
one-
working for?
I'm working for myself.
No, you're not. You're a provocateur.
I'm working for myself.
You're a provocateur.
You're
Anytime
seriously
somebody
telling
tell
me-
me
no,
that a
wait a minute.
skateboard, in contrast to a
serious.
firearm,
No, wait a minute. No.
is-
My
no,
question
no,
was:
no,
are you
no,
telling
no.
me you're
You're a
suggesting that a
provocateur.
skateboard
You're a
can't kill
provocateur. You
somebody?
should be ashamed of yourself. You too. All of y'all should be ashamed of yourself.
You're
Because
literally
you're a
telling me that a
provocateur.
skateboard can't
You're a
kill
provocateur.
anybody.
It
Is that what you're
could
telling
if you use blood force trauma to the head.
How do you know he wasn't going to do that?
He wasn't going to do that with Kyle had a
How
big
do
old
you
rifle
know?
in his hand.
Apparently he tried.
Even if he approached him, an
Apparently
AR-15 is 150
he
feet.
tried.
Wait a minute. An
Apparently-
AR-15 is 150 feet. You think that man finna get close to
why
somebody
are people
with a
talking about
skateboard?
the skateboard? Why are people talking about the
Because
skateboard?
it's propaganda. It's foolishness. And you playing games, man. You playing games, man. You're a provocateur, man.
I'm a provocateur.
Stop pulling my legs.
How am I a provocateur? And I'm
let me ask you.
and I'm asking a simple question. You're
This is
assuming that
this-
no one can get
Hey,
killed
my
by a
God.
skateboard.
Hey, my God.
That's wild to me. That's wild.
This is
seriously.
This is serious.
I'm going to have an AR-15 and let you get close to me with a skateboard to kill me. Get out of here.
This is serious.
No, you're not.
You
You
all right,
shoot first. If they
This-
gonna kill you,
That wasn't
if they're gonna
serious.
kill you with a skateboard, you're not gonna sit around and find out. You're gonna handle your business.
This is
The reason why he got
this is
jump
serious
kicked.
though, because I heard a lot of people talk about.
Hello?
I've heard a lot of people talk about property.
Listen, the only one that he probably could use that self-defense theory on is Gage, because Gage had a firearm and pointed it up at him. But those two people, JoJo and Anthony, had no firearm. They had a skateboard, and man was riding.
No,
He
it's
wasn't
not
using it
about
as a
the
weapon.
video. Y'all only
You guys are tripping.
So let me ask you this: what would you like to see happen next?
What would I like to see happen next?
Yes.
The DOJ open this case.
For what? What would it say on their paper? For, what would be enough to go on the DOJ's desk for them to spend thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars for a case that's already been tried?
Homicide.
Homicide.
Number one, judicial bias. Oh my God, the way that they handled this case, the way the judge handled this case, clearly from the gate was biased as ever. And let me tell you something. I've litigated over 300 cases. I've never seen a judge exercise his overbroad discretion the way he did. He deviated from so many guidelines within the constructs of the statutory guidelines, and he treaded
Can you give us an
lightly
example?
around the Wisconsin State Constitution.
Give us an example.
I already gave you the
Just
examples,
one
man.
with the judge. I asked you that earlier, but you
The
went
fact
to something else.
No, I didn't. The fact that
Well,
he
give it
was
to me again,
able,
because apparently I didn't hear.
The fact that he was able to dismantle the case against Kyle and allow the jury to deliberate on bare bones made no sense. That right there definitely intervened in the jury function. No question about it. The jury had nothing to deliberate about. Absolutely was going to be a not
So he
guilty
made
verdict.
the decision for the jury. What you're saying? So
I'm
why
telling,
did it take, why
I'm
did it
telling,
take
I'm
so
telling
long
you,
then?
wait a minute. All of that is formality. You know the game. Everything is political. But I'm saying this. No, the judge didn't make the decision for the jury, but he most definitely set it up so the jury can return a verdict of not guilty without a doubt of contradiction.
I mean, you put the evidence out there.
After you throw all of the evidence out, what evidence you talking about?
The evidence that they showed during the trial. What evidence got shown out?
That evidence was, like you said, subjective.
So here, boss. Let me ask.
I do really like it. We had this conversation. I do like it.
A lot of people talk about property, right? Would you defend your own property if people was trying to damage it? I mean, be honest.
Listen, I'm always gonna be honest. I'm a minister. You don't see this right here?
All right.
I'm a divine minister. Come on now.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest as much as I possibly can. You know, but I'm gonna defend my property. But I'm not gonna kill somebody in cold blood over property that I got insurance for.
So if somebody broke into your home.
If you break into my home, then you're a threat to my family.
And property. Or
No. If you break into my home, you're inside my personal domain. My wife, my children, my dog, and everybody else. In that particular matter, I'm justified in preserving life, right? Including the dog. My job is to preserve. My job is to preserve life. Every single human being's job and duty is to preserve life. I don't care if you crush the meanest ant beneath your feet, it shakes the throne of God, because that's our creator. Nobody has the right to play God and determine whether or not another human being lives unless their life is really in jeopardy. And a skateboard, my brother, is not putting anybody's life in jeopardy. That's why they got him in Five Below.
I beg to differ, because
for
you
$5.
can get hit in the head with a skateboard and someone can
You
kill
did say that somebody could get killed with a skateboard.
You
I can kill you with a pen.
Right.
That don't mean you kill me and gun me down. I can kill you with a newspaper.
You don't find out.
Listen, I can
you
kill
don't
you
find
with a
out
newspaper.
if they're going to kill you with the
Absolutely,
skateboard.
because if
you don't find out,
if I have a rifle, if I have a rifle that shoot 150 feet yards, even if I got that kind of a rifle, nobody's going to get 2 feet near me with a skateboard.
So,
and why would I think in my mind that this man is going to hit me with a skateboard if he never raised it?
How far was he from him with the skateboard when he shot him?
This man did not raise a skateboard at him at all.
How far was he from him?
Skateboard
How
versus
far,
AR-15.
how far was he from
I'm
him?
having this conversation with you.
I don't know. I mean, it's a valid conversation because apparently it came up in the case here. So a lot of people believe that you can't kill someone with a skateboard.
You good at trolling.
Well, who am I
This is a great
trolling?
trolling. You got what, thousands of views? You got like 5,000 views up there. You got the ratings up. I done boosted your ratings up and everything. You know,
You're trying to say he made you famous.
He's trolling. No,
Yeah,
I
made him famous.
All he got to do is Google me. I'm already famous.
So you said you're a minister. You're a minister.
Minister Khalid Bell. You got to do is Google that name. I got like 19 pages on Google.
Is that a Christian church?
I'm not a Christian. I'm a Moorish American. I'm a divine minister. I mean, I'm a universal spiritual teacher.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
I just told you what it was.
Universal.
I'm a universal spiritual teacher with non-denominational.
That's why you think there could be more than just a man and a woman.
I never said that. I just know that there's such thing as a hermaphrodite.
You said no weapons. But that's an exception to the rule.
That's
an exception to the
That's
rule.
why I said it's subjective.
Yeah,
that's you know, with all these people that's not pro-social, pro-life, and things of that nature, you know, they think they, you know, one way or another way, you know, it's their decision.
So as a minister, how do you handle that? Because there's a lot of people that aspect of things. Because
what aspect of things?
People thinking they're different things than what they are. And I know with the whole
I don't impede on a person's personal freedoms, but I know you're a troller, and I know you help them.
How are you not a troller?
I know how to do all that because I did radio.
So you are trolling.
No, I'm not. I'm not a troller anymore. I troll government. That's why I'm a lobbyist. That's why I do what I do. So that's part of trolling. You got to do what you got to do to get policies and stuff changed. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, you guys are good at what you do, and you almost had me for a minute there. Almost had. My name is Minister Khalid Bell, and I'm a member of television, and this guy is a troll. Yeah, you done well, man. That's how Trump won. That's how Trump won. That's his recipe.
Well, I'm glad you admit he won.
Yeah, he won.
Yeah, he did win.
2024.
He won.
2024. He's going to win again.
He's running again.
All right, it's really like
running. I just said
it's really dying down. Minister picks up game. You know the game. But this is it. I'm talking like.
All right. See.
Minimal crowd. The dog is still here. We're live in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Comment how you guys are doing in the chat.
I like this. I like this, man. I mean, I like it. Hey.
Yeah, they're not trying to. So what he means trolling is that they're really not trying to have a conversation with him. They're trying to. What they're doing is they have big platforms that people aren't going to even listen to that, and they get super chats for as many like replies you get and whatnot. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So crowd's starting to head out. There's a minimal amount of crowd. Thank you to the YouTube for bringing everybody out here. Tacos. But yeah, that's about it. This is really it.
Right, because they say you with us?
All right, that's it now. Everyone, some people went home, got in the car. The dog's got a sweater on. It's been very comfortable. It's not shivering, so the dog's comfortable. But that's about it, guys. This is the crowd that's left. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 14 people, and I'd say maybe a third of them are media or do something in media. So what's it now?
Oh, media's gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Everyone's gone.
The mainstream. That's like the only one truck left. The tents are gone. Where the big crowd go home. It's cold. What time is it? 11:30 at night.
Where the?
Oh, okay. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Do you need one?
Yeah. An iPhone.
Yeah, I got it. You're right here. Here, I got this. My phone's charged. I'm not being out here much longer. I can't feel my face. It's been the stream's nearly been 6 hours long.
When did you get out here?
Like 4 or 5. I think 5 o'clock.
You stayed here?
Yeah, but I started at the church. They had an event at the Unitarian Church. They're just like a vigil, and then I walked up the street, and I didn't care. I was gonna tune it out. I was gonna cut out like after 2 hours,
right.
But then like a crowd came, right. And I had to stay.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Tell us why. Tell us why.
Oh yeah, we were right there. I had left for a sec to go take my armor off because it was like my shoulders were starting to hurt. But I took that off, and then so it was like 4 people to start with, and then it got like big, and then it got. So I really don't think this is it. I think this is about it for Kenosha. Just independent media left out here. Everybody out here with gimbals and independent stuff. Yeah. Independent media is the last one to stick around. They always are. Support independent media. So you guys can see all the mainstream news is gone. They're gone. There's one little trailer left. I don't know who they're with, but that's it. I mean, they're gunzo. They'll probably email me to hit me up for like a clip of my footage, though. That's how it goes. They'll email me asking for some footage. I'm trying to give you some stream. All right, y'all. I'm gonna sign out. Yep, first in, last out. That's right. That's how we do it here. First in, last out. I'm not gonna be the last though. It's really like on it. Those are streamers and they have platforms. They're the type to like have arguments with crowds, and I don't do that. So that's what's going on there. The BG's there. I mean, it's media. There's maybe 2 or 3 protesters left, and the rest are just people filming or our media or our live streamers. All right, y'all. I'm gonna tune out. That's it. It's been like a 6-hour stream, some shit like that, but it was good times. All right. This is Andy Mercado from Mercado Media and Snack Squad on YouTube. Make sure you follow the page, you subscribe to the YouTube channel, spam those reactions, like the video, all that. I'll be back. I'll check it out in the morning, but I don't really think, again, Kenosha, like this was it. I'll be back in Minneapolis. Supposedly there's an event tomorrow afternoon, and then we'll have about a week off where we can, I'll be streaming video games, playing community video games with you.